Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Final Fantasy II 100% guide. We are just checking over our beastry, making sure that we have everything that we need before progressing on and escaping the Colosseum that had Princess Hilda in captivity. And yeah, we pretty much have everybody that we need, so we are able to move on with our lives, thankfully. As you can see, the wizard is only found in the Colosseum area, so we do have the wizard as well. And we're able to make our way in to help Princess Hilda, aid her escape. And thankfully, with our good boy's help, Gordon, he'll be able to bring her out safely. And the whole gang, we're just like, listen Gordon, take the princess, get her out of here, we'll be fine on our own. Gordon leaves the party then, and it's just up to our little trio to make their way out. But in fairness, we weren't exactly crying out for Gordon's help, were we? He very much was the weakest link. But yeah, the story is going crazy, it has to be said. We are literally... The Empire is not holding back. They're like building the massive, death ship. We've destroyed that. We've now helped Hilda get out. So that's really cool. And as I say, we're well able to find the secret passages as well. But all in all, guys, that's this area finished. What I am noticing, or I suppose worrying, is that odds are when we do end up, because we're still only a trio, and you'll remember, we named 4 characters. Adamance is still completely MIA. We've no idea where that man is. So, unfortunately, I'm left with the awkward question as to, if we don't find him until much later, is he going to just be totally and completely underpowered? Because let's be real, DJ, absolutely mad lad, able to one punch just about any enemy in the game. Tainted is literally black mage extraordinaire, able to do tons of damage and apply like black magic buffs, like, yeah. We're in a bit of a bind as to what necessarily we're going to be doing with Adamance later on. Is he going to be severely underpowered, or is he programmed to level up exceptionally quickly to catch up? Not entirely sure. At the same time, we've been getting these other party members, and then basically we learned that the rebel army has gone under Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda. We are mounting our assault. No longer are we, sitting back and getting attacked. It's like we've destroyed their dreadnought. We've marshaled our allies. Now it's time to actually take back our kingdom. So make sure you enter the rebel camp. This is a unique area. And basically Princess Hilda's like, I owe you my life, it would appear. I also need to credit you for the destruction of the dreadnought. Thank you so much. We can mention about the imposter, and then she's like, recusant to you, blushing. Like, what did this imposter princess do? And we're like, nothing, don't behead me for fraternizing with you when I thought you were, you and not someone else. Gordon is very much like, listen, you guys plow on, take the castle. Gordon knows we're OP in comparison to him, so he's like, yeah, no, you guys are literally a 3-person army. Go forth and attack 100%. It is really important though, guys, that you do step into the rebel camp. You might follow along and just be like, oh, recusant, we know to go attack Finn. You need to step into the rebel camp because you need to have entered every unique zone in the game. that included the Chocobo field, but once you liberate Finn, the rebel camp obviously vanishes, so there is a chance that you completely do not see it. And when you enter Flynn from the castle, we end up seeing that our lovely pirate captain herself, Layla, she is here to help us as well storm the castle, give us a party of 4. But before that, we're going to just have a quick meander with no encounters and hopefully find the different treasure chests. We're getting tons of gil. Not that, you know, well, tons. We're actually getting pittance in comparison to our total gil. But basically, collect your different treasure chests and then we're going to talk to Layla. And ultimately, if you were to check the map, the issue is that there's so many treasure chests in the lower basements of Flynn Castle that there's no point in worrying about them until we can fully explore the castle. But to do that, we need to basically take the castle first. So Layla has joined the party. Awesome. We love that for ourselves. And then we're literally just gonna storm. We're just gonna attack the castle head on. There are a bunch of tough enemies, to be fair. But with our characters as OP as they are, I don't think we're going to necessarily have an issue. We have our sergeants and sorcerers, so, you know, there's the benefit of, do we put on protect to reduce the damage, or do we put on blink first to completely potentially negate damage by dodging it? And my idea is, if you dodge damage, it's better than, you know, taking the damage less with protect. Tainted using mass drain, so she's able to damage the enemies and heal herself. Unfortunately, Layla does get confused, but we're getting a reverse drain back. But our magic defense is fairly high in fairness, so not too bad. And once we get rid of all the sorcerers, the sergeants will be fairly quick to deal with. And again, we're just using drain in order to level drain up so it can be more and more powerful. That's the issue. Once they get like a really powerful spell, it then becomes a thing of, oh, that's like the spell I only want to use now, and then your actual high level spells get less and less use. But it's the leveling system, unfortunately. It is what it is. But look at all the high evasion. We're getting so many misses. It's great. And now I'm like, will I do like a different spell? No, we're going to stick with Drain. It's all good. Getting our nice Kiragas down. Already at max MP though. Recusant has treble 9 MP, so we're already at our max at the moment. And given the amount of ethers we can buy with all of our money, we're not going to be short of MP anytime soon. The only issue is when Tainted isn't using such high level spells, she's not consuming that much MP, and therefore MP isn't getting the experience needed for it to level up again, unfortunately. But with all these drains, we should, in inverted commas, get the drain spell leveled up again, hopefully. And just like that, once again, Ujay proving all he needs is strength. And we got a nice other Death Tome. And we also unlocked the Aura Tome. And so I'm literally like, what are these spells? These are wild. But Aura basically seems to be a boost to strength and magic. Whereas Temper in the previous game just seems to be, you know, Berserk. So like Berserk and Aura together enhance the effectiveness against various enemy types. So yeah, I feel like we should just start learning some of these buff spells now. Like definitely Haste, definitely Berserk. And there's no reason why Adamance, when he joins, he can't also just learn those skills too. But when you head on straight, I know I skipped a few treasure chests, but I'm like, oh, I'll get them now in a second. Sorry guys, I got a bit turned around there. We go to this other chest, and there's going to be a bunch of monsters again. With a Revenant, a Stunner, Ghasts, and all manner of undead as well, so... You know, we're gonna try our best to blink, get ourselves out of this situation. And then with a nice fire, just see, this is where it gets so tricky. It's like, am I to do the buff spells? Am I to put in haste? I don't know. But with a decently powerful fire, we're able to absolutely destroy all those different enemies and get our lovely treasure chest completed. And unfortunately, we aren't able to go down until we complete the castle. So heading down this particular little area is not quite the vibe. So heading over to this side of the map, guys, is actually a hidden passage. And we'll be able to get the Werebuster sword. So always very nice. So we do only end up with 10 chests out of 27. But keep in mind, a lot of these treasure chests are going to be treasures we get in the basement area of Castle Flynn, so do not worry. Another boost of HP for Tainted and a bunch of gills, so we love that. And now we're finally committed to just heading up to the throne room. Again, we got the stalagmites, we got the dual heads, the dual deads. You know, making quick work of them with DJ there, so we're absolutely brilliant. Just keeping on auto battle just for simplicity's sake. And now heading into the throne room, we're going to confront the commander that was left in charge of holding Castle Flynn. So, my little recusants, we're after beating up those Chimera, we're after getting 6,600 gil. And now it's time to confront Gotos. Rebels here, where are my soldiers? It's time for you to be taken down a peg. So, we have a boss fight, so obviously what's coming up first is our Blink or Protect, and then we're going to actually start using our different buff spells on Tainted, so Haste, always nice. Again, having AoE Haste, absolutely amazing. 10 hits from DJ, doing nearly 1k damage. Let's see if Aura and Temper can improve things. Or Berserk, it's not called Temper anymore. Let's go, team. Leela, you know, you look fabulous. You might be doing 0 damage, but you look fabulous. So I can stand an iconic outfit. And obviously, Berserk will get more powerful the more tiered up it becomes. But I mean, we're now cresting our 4 digits, so, you know, that's good. Now let's try our aura spell, see how that goes. Come on, DJ. Land a crit, maybe. It's alright, Layla. You're looking fabulous. Oh, well, it was enough. I was like, how did we go from like... So clearly the 1000 was a crit. Whoopsie daisy. But Aura, Haste and Berserk all leveled. So that's always good. Got another boost to HP. And now we have defeated the enemy commander and reclaimed the Castle of Finn. Absolutely brilliant. Princess Hilda and Prince Gordon can now retake their positions as, I suppose, now Queen and her King Consort. It would have never been possible had we not all worked together. And we get a lovely beastry improvement for adding, you know, the general in. And we're also after getting an achievement for, I suppose, re-establishing the Kingdom of Finn. But one thing still troubles me. Winmu had left for Mysidia, and he's not been heard from since. Would you go to Mysidia? And now I have to ask about Mysidia, and it's the land of mages. So we're gonna basically have to hunt down 2 masks, and the white mask is hidden in a hidden incantation. The word Tolis has been passed down from the days of iniquity. So we have to basically talk to one of the generals and get ourselves... would you go to Mysidia and find out what happened to Minwu? Mysidian Tower is rumoured to hold the ultimate tome. The text contain the ultimate magic, and I'm certain it'll prove invaluable in our struggle against the Empire. So we're getting closer and closer to learning Ultima, which obviously is super exciting. We're after completely liberating Finn, so this is obviously where Tainted and our whole crew grew up and like lived, and we now have it wrestled out of the Empire's grasp, which is obviously brilliant. We now have all of our ally soldiers looking out for us here, and I suppose the major goal now is to basically make a quick save, but then we're gonna just head on a hunt then and make our way into the city again to find the commander in the southwest of the town, and he'll be able to tell you the password to get into the hidden area. Recusant, you old devil, how have you been? So if we ask him about the secret password, if you need to know about secret doors in Castle Flynn, I'm your man. I don't suppose you could tell me what's inside the secret chamber, just out of curiosity. A white mask? That doesn't seem particularly valuable. Nope, I'm not interested. So I guess there's no harm in telling you where the door is. Look to the far corner of the throne room on the right. So now that we've that sorted, we can head on our way back to the throne room. So we have to like, it's so funny because we have to like leave and then go into the castle. We can't like get to the castle via ordinary means, I suppose. Now we only have 10 treasure chests, but again, let us not worry because all the other treasures are in this hidden passage area of the castle that contains the white mask. And we're obviously going to have to collect the crystal rod that basically acts as a key to get into Mysidia Tower that allows you to access the ultimate tome. So we're after getting ourselves into the secret passage, and as well as the secret passage visibly opening, we also have a hidden passage that does allow us to ski-daddle outside of the castle. Once we get back to floor 1, we're able to kind of sneak our way to the right, because we don't want to go into the basement just yet. Turn back around, and just before the stairwell on the bottom, we're able to cut through a hidden door, and it leads us outside into the grass. Ta-da! So then head down south on the outskirts, and we can now enter this room. And the guy's like, listen, take your pick, guys. You saved the castle, rescued the princess, and we get basically all golden armor, golden cuirass, golden everything. Absolutely A to the amazing. And then we're going to progress further on into the basement to unlock the white mask. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. Pretty much now we're just going through and equipping useful armors, getting our defense really high. And obviously with DJ, it doesn't matter how much magical interference we get. Once we're getting more strength, more attack boosts, you know, all is well, basically. And then we can actually equip a golden hairpin to basically double our magic defense. And yeah, it just basically was the case where it's like, oh god, I better like actually look through these equipments for Tainted to make sure she has some good armor, some good defense, because she is an AoE damage queen, you know? And of course she should be decked out in gold. Absolutely iconic colour. But for now, at least, that is going to be us finished for this episode. A lot happened though, some great amount of story. We're after kind of, you know, finally turning the tide against the Empire. And hopefully next episode you can continue with us as we journey to unlock the ultimate magic held within the pages of the ultimate tome. Talk to you next time. Have a good one.